This morning for you on Daybreak, the details on a standoff that happened in Springfield last night.
And whether or not you should wear a mask, it's a big question. We'll break it down on when it is recommended versus required.
Also, how MSU students can relieve some stress before taking those finals this week. It's all ahead this morning in a live report on Daybreak.
Good morning and thanks for joining us. It's Tuesday, May 12th. I'm Lauren Barnes.
And I'm Joe Morano. And finals week for a lot of kids, you need to study. You got to get some sleep. You got to have that brain food, you know?
And whether or not you're doing it from home or in the classroom, it's still stressful.
Yeah, fish is brain food. You know that?
What?
Fish is brain food, yeah. You got to have that. It helps, you know, energize your brain, I guess.
I never got that far into it. I just know you're supposed to eat breakfast.
What? My mom always made salmon the night before a big test.
Yeah, I had heard that it helps. I never understood the science or heard the explanations, but yeah, my parents had always told me that too.
My 8th grade teacher also always gave us a peppermint before a big test because a mint apparently opens up your mind.
All right.
Okay, I wonder if any of this is true or if it's all, you know.
College kids listening, get after it and try it on out, you know?
Let us know if it works.
You got to stay inside and study anyway today because it's going to be pretty dreary, right?
Yeah, we're going to have rain around through most of the afternoon. Aerial flood watches continue through the day today until 5 o'clock. We're not going to find heavy rain rates. It's just the fact that it's going to keep raining over the same spot through the day, and these spots are already pretty saturated with the water table pretty high. So aerial flood watches go until 5. We've got clouds, and it is wet out there this morning. 43 degrees right now in Springfield with some widespread rain cutting across the area. A lot of this rain is light, which is where we're finding some of the greens on radar. The yellows are some more moderate pockets just to the east of Springfield and down near Gainesville, but still not finding any terribly heavy rain or lightning out there this morning. It's 42 degrees in Ava, 44 in West Plains, and 44 degrees in Mount Home this morning. We'll have wet roads through the day today. Grab umbrellas. You'll need windshield wipers on your car. If you've been working out on your patio, real bad day to do it. It's going to be cold, temperatures in the 40s, and we'll keep rain around through a lot of the day, so do your work from inside. A cold rain today, warmer with some storms tomorrow. Details on your active 7-day coming up in a couple of minutes.
Here's a story with your right to know. Nixa police are searching for 14-year-old Ben Dixon. He was last seen on May 5th on the north side of Nixa around 2 o'clock. He's 6'1", 180 pounds, with blonde hair and blue eyes. If anyone has information, please call Nixa police.
Meanwhile, Springfield police are investigating a potential shooting in northwest Springfield. This is video from a standoff from last night. Officers surrounded a home in the 2400 block of West Olive near the corner of Northwest Avenue around 7. They were looking for suspects involved in a possible nearby shooting. We don't know of any injuries right now. Officers have since cleared the scene and say no one was inside, but they're still looking for suspects.
To an update now on numbers of COVID-19 cases in Missouri. Just below 10,000 cases have been reported with 488 deaths. The state does not record recoveries, though. Individual counties do. In Greene County, there are currently 18 active cases reported. 80 patients have been released from isolation, and it has been a steady number at 8 people that have died from COVID-19. In Arkansas, the state has reported 4,043 cumulative cases, 3,149 recoveries, and 94 deaths.
Now that Springfield and Greene County are taking steps toward reopening, you might wonder why some places require you to wear a mask and others don't. We got a message from a viewer asking us just that. So Color 10 spoke with the Greene County Health Department, and the current order says only personal care services need to require a face mask. That would be things like getting your hair cut or getting your nails done, meaning it's not required by city or county order for you to wear a mask when going other places. If you've wondered why the health department does not wear masks during their briefings, it's to make sure their message is clear.
It's just really hard to hear through a microphone with a mask on. And again, cloth face covering is a personal decision. It's not something we're requiring of everyone aside from those personal care services. So it's just one of those where we want to make sure, especially right now, the communication is really clear, that we are making sure everyone can understand what we're saying. You know, we have an interpreter there to make sure that our friends in the deaf and hard of hearing community can also understand what we're saying. So we want to make sure that those folks who read lips as well have that option.
The department also continues to warn that if people don't follow recommendations for distancing and hand washing, there could be a resurge in cases.
In some education coverage, Missouri State's campus usually has therapy dogs around this time of year to help ease students' nerves during finals week. Today, Color 10's Nigel McDonald is live this morning to share how MSU's Library Center is offering a virtual way to de-stress those students. Nigel, good morning.
Well, good morning, Joe. Finals week often means furry animals, as you mentioned, across campus. But with the university closed, MSU's Library Center is bringing a virtual pet therapy right from your computer screen. And I think on a day like today, the animals will also appreciate that as well. Now, Ann Baker works at the Library Center and says it was important they found a way to connect with students during this time. Baker says the session will take place via Zoom. She says students will have an opportunity to chat with some of the Library Center staff while also de-stressing with licks, wags, and snuggles from the safety of their homes. Now, Baker says pet therapy is always a hit and hopes offering a virtual version will remind students that the library is still here for them.
Offer them something that seems like part of their college life. And for a lot of students, this is something they've looked forward to. We're setting it up for a short time frame. The animals aren't going to understand why they're on the screen. The library in general is trying our best to continue what the students need. For example, we have librarians available through chat functions or email to answer questions. We're getting more information online as we can.
Well, that pet session will take place later this afternoon at 2 p.m. And Baker says that all students are encouraged to log in and attend. Reporting live from Missouri State University, Nigel McDonald, Ozarks First.
Happening around the Ozarks. After much delay because of the COVID-19 pandemic, the 66th Drive-In Theater in Carthage had its much-anticipated opening this weekend. Cars lined up 2 hours before the gates opened. March 20th was the drive-in's projected opening day, but the owner says it's better late than never. For some high school seniors, doing something as simple as going to the drive-in helps ease what the pandemic took away these last few months.
Was something that got me out of the house, but also like a memory that I'm going to get to create. And not being able to have the last month of my senior year, we really look forward to these little outings. So I'm glad that we're getting to do it.
You know, get some fresh air and just really enjoy being out. You know, because it's been a while. It's been a couple months.
Right now, 66 Drive-In is operating at half capacity, meaning they will only allow 220 cars during shows.
The Aurora Sunset Drive-In has not yet announced when it will officially open. According to its website, the drive-in still needs permission from the county. In a Facebook post, the drive-in said when they do open, they'll operate at half capacity. They'll show just one classic movie at a time. Concession delivery will be available, but playgrounds and restrooms will be closed.
And we've got the rain coming down in Springfield. You can see that rain coming down on MSU's campus. It looks pretty. But we've got rain covering the radar this morning. Lots of green out there. And we're going to keep a cold rain out there today. Details on record cold highs that are in jeopardy coming up next.
From Color 10 Ozarks First, Lauren Barnes, Joe Morano, and weather with meteorologist Elisa Raffa. This is Color 10 News Daybreak.